Hello people, and I'm back in the world of Atlas. Yeah, right, so it's not as buggy now, it's kind of smooth. We're on version 7.8. God damn it. Right then, so a lot of you are probably going to be a little bit salty. And I've got no idea why. Oh, for the love of, the hate train has been rolling and steaming through the towns, and you've all been jumping on it. Right then, so it's an early access game. And it's made by the people who brought you Ark. Yes, our beloved Ark that we've put so many hundreds of thousands and millions of hours in combined. And yeah, so this is a new direction. Now, I know what everybody's going to say, that this was actually supposed to be a DLC of Ark, and it should be a thing. We've been getting ripped off. They're making us pay for it again. But I mean, if you're a true Ark player and you put it into perspective, this game, this entire game, this pirate game, has no belonging in Ark whatsoever. Well, why you say that, Jim? Because it is not part of the Ark lore. This has nothing to do with Ark. This doesn't enrich the story of Ark one bit. It's basically just like an add-on. It's not a thing. Whereas, if they strip it out, treat it as a separate entity, they can add more content to it. Yes, I know they're going to make more money. They're going to charge us for DLC or season passes or whatever. But if that's a thing, and we get, as Ark players, more value out of it, surely that has got to be worth it. Considering how much you pay, if you divide that up over the hours that you actually play, if you convert them dollars into hours played, how much value have you basically put into this game? How much value have you got out of this game, should I say? And for me personally, it has been a hell of a lot. I have had a hell of a lot of value. Some things you could pay a lot of money for and feel like dissatisfied. There are AAA titles out there. I'm not getting into the argument of like the AAA titles and what they're actually doing with the microtransactions and the blah blah blah. It's like, you all know, you've seen it all pop up on the internet before. It's a thing. And yeah, so those companies definitely do deserve to be slated. But this is early access. The problems that they encountered on day one were early access. Now, obviously, Ark, the people at Ark, are a little bit to blame because I think they overhyped it with the amount of people that could be on the server without actually testing it. And it turned around to bite them in the ass severely. Everybody kept crashing. They couldn't log in. The frames, everything dropped down. But to be fair, I think they did some damage control, which was pretty good over Christmas. I mean, guys, if you just check Jat's Twitter, he was on this and he was informing you. Even if he'd got nothing to say, he was just like, look, guys, we're working on it. We understand the problems. Give us 20 minutes. Give us half an hour. This is what we're doing. This is what we're planning. And I thought that, you know, we as Ark players are pretty much left in the cold, out in the dark and cold. We don't know what's going off. We don't know when an update's coming, what's going to happen, what's going to drop. But this one, I think they was doing a little bit more damage control because they thought, oh Jesus, we screwed this up royally. Yeah, they jumped on it. So I know I've gone off a bit of a rant of a thing. I'm normally jumping on and having a laugh and getting killed by everything. But while I do this manual fibre gather and things, I thought I'd just put my 2 pence worth in. I mean, I'm a Let's Player. You know, I mean, I'm a player, not a hater. And there is a lot of things that I do expect with this game. Early access, I expect it to be broken. But at the same time, is this classed as broken now? No. I mean, the frames, what we're getting, I'm on the Euro server. I've got a ping of 72. Let's do stat FPS, because we've got console commands. And I've got 60 frames a second. 60 frames a second. I don't know if you can see that small little blip on there. But I've got 60 frames a second. Now, day one, I was getting like 10, 12 frames a second, which was ridiculous. It was unplayable. And I was seeing a lot of videos coming out with these people saying, oh, yeah, it's a complete failure. And these news channels, they basically love things like this. They love it when the Bethesdas and the EAs mess up because it gives them content. It's like the news channels. What do you think they're going to do? So they're just sitting there, scouring the internet, waiting for something to mess up. And yeah, this messed up. Guaranteed. It's like guaranteed content for them. And so they started riding it. And the other thing was, I seen a couple of guys that was... I seen the meme of the expectation and reality popping up. They was expected to jump on this game and to be fully laden pirates with a galleon and a standard crew. Obviously, they've not played any survival Ark games where basically all you're doing for the first 10 hours is gathering, just like this. But as seasoned Ark players, no different. We know that we're not fighting Titans. As soon as we log in, we've created a character. We ain't fighting Titans. We gathering fibre. We stabbing dillos. All them things. So the videos, the trailers were short. Well, surely they should realise that that's endgame content. The guys that were in the full pirate outfits and having the epic battles, ship-to-ship battles... That's sort of endgame content. It's like, it's no way. Like, when you log in, this is what you're doing. Gathering cactus and wild, like, whatever that is. Shish kebabs. Wow, Jim, you're proper ranting on. Anyway, guys, don't let that put you off. If you've listened to me rant all the way through and you still feel that it's a pile of crap, then you're entitled to your opinion, my little sausages. You certainly are. If you don't want to see me play this, you think, damn it, Jim, you should be playing Ark. Well, in my defence, I'm going to turn around and say, this is Ark. I am playing Ark. It's a thing. But yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes when it comes out of early access. Oh, hey, buddy, don't get spooked. Goodbye. And I'm curious to see what other DLCs that they're going to have out of it. And I'm sure going to get my dollars worth out of this. I'm going to put some hours into it. And if you stretch them dollars out, it's going to be worth it for the entertainment. Even if I just play it for a couple of 100 hours and never pick it up again because they've gone in the wrong direction. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning for an early access game as well. So bearing in mind, I mean, this could actually change. This whole thing could actually change. They'll go, yeah, we don't like this idea. We'll probably scrap that, or we'll get rid of this, or we'll move that, as they did with Ark. I mean, they made some changes in Ark as well. Some not so popular. Damn it, flyers. But other things, you know, the continuation of adding new dinos, the story mode with the Helena documents and things like that. That was a pretty awesome thing to see. Added and accentuated on. Damn it, Jim. Right, anyway, so this episode's been a bit ranty. It's sort of kind of a let's play with a little bit of my opinion thrown into the mix as well. It just seems that everybody's sort of hating on a game and they've not really gave it a chance. You know, I understand the frustration of day one servers. I mean, I was one of you people. I was one of you guys. I was one that couldn't get on a server. Or when I did get on a server, it was ridiculously buggy and I couldn't like save my character, or I was just getting randomly kicked left, right and centre. So I feel your pain. It's not like I'm not sympathetic. And I'm not sitting here like saying I'm a total fanboy, which I am. I mean, I am, but I'm not a total fanboy. I can understand. I do sympathise with you. But at the same time, it's like, it's to be sort of kind of expected. The guys on their part, the guys with the server on their part, I think they overreached a little bit with their saying that they could get so many people on a server at the same time. I think they was slightly overreaching at that point. But they are fixing it. They are doing the best to fix it. And hats off to them for trying. So I do recommend that you do give the game another try. Because, I mean, it looks stunning. The game looks stunning. And Ark, when Ark first came out, oh my god, you needed a NASA computer to run it. You really did. And there was people struggling to get like 10 frames a second. But this has gone through the same iterations as Ark, and it's a thing. Oh, right, we're naming it. Right, so very aptly, I'm going to call it the Salty Seaman. Right, guys, I think we'll leave it for that one for the first one. So this is the Salty Seaman video. Right, don't forget to whack a like on it, and definitely comment. I want to hear your thoughts. If you're a new player, you've never played Ark before, and you don't know what all the hype is about, and you thought you'd jump on just to see what it's like, or if you are a seasoned Ark player with X amount of hours, I don't care if it's 100 or you've got to have some experience, I'd say. You know, if you've got 100 plus hours or something like that, where you've really got your teeth into Ark, and then you've played this game, so you can basically familiarise yourself with it and realise, yeah, it is like Ark, but at the same time, it has its potential to be its own story, it's got its own lore to discover, its own add-ons that, in my opinion, should not be. It should not be part of Ark at all. It shouldn't be a DLC. It shouldn't be a free DLC. It should be kept separate. Then that way they can develop it, expand on it, and do all the things. Plus, don't forget, guys, that these guys that make this game have families. They have to feed them families. They can't keep producing free content. We've just had the Christmas content from Ark, which, thank you very much, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And, yeah, that was not free. Somebody had to sit there tapping away on a keyboard and trying it out for hundreds of hours. That, you know, so there are a lot of boys and girls out there tapping away on their little computers to make us happy, and it doesn't come for free, because at the end of the day, when they turn them computers off, they go home to their families, and they like the nice things as well. Damn it, why can't you work for free, monkeys? Work for free so I can get my free stuff. Oh god, anyway, I'm proper ranting again. Right, all that's left for me to do is to wave. Wave, you sausage. There you go. And hopefully see you in the next one.